Hi and welcome to a Trucryo quick starter guide. First of all, to turn on your device you press the center button. Then the splash screen will appear and then it will go to the menu in about 3 seconds. To navigate, you've got the right button, which is your menu. You've got the up and down button to pick whatever menu you want to go into. The center button is enter and the left button is to go back a step. So on your menu, along the top you have the time, how many treatments have been performed, the nozzle and the battery life. Below that you've got the temperature sensor, in this case it's 16 degrees. You've got the amount of seconds, which is the treatment time, and below that it will tell you whether it's ready to treat or ready to cool down nozzle or ready to prime the pipe. To attach a nozzle, you simply hand tighten whatever nozzle you're going to be placing on it and just hand tighten it down, making sure there's a secure seal. So the first thing you want to do with your device is hook it up to your CO2 cylinder and prime the pipe. First you hit the back button to say ready to prime. This is a 6.25 kilogram cylinder with liquid CO2 in it. The cylinder also has a siphon, or what is known as a dip tube, inside of it. To hook your device up to the gas, you simply add the connection to this part of the cylinder. You place onto the cylinder and you hand tighten the hose to the cylinder. You then attach the hose to your device until it clicks. Make sure it's ready to prime by hitting this back button, and it says ready to prime at the bottom. You then turn on the gas like so, and you hit the center button to get the gas to flow through the pipe. So once you've attached your hose to your pipe, you then need to go into your settings. Now you press the right button. This will give you the option to go into user settings. Then you want your treatment set up. You want to go up and down using the arrows to pick the nozzle that you want. In this case, we are doing the black nozzle. We press the center button and then we have to pick the amount of seconds we are going to treat for. Then we press the enter button again to do that. And remember to hit the backwards button to change ready to prime back to ready to treat. Another thing to be aware of is the safety features which are in the menu. You have your shut off, which you can change to auto and manual. The shut off basically means that the device will shut off when you've got down to -3, which is very cold, allowing you to move the device to another area of the skin where it will then restart the countdown clock. We recommend that you keep this on. The proximity, which means that it will show you how close or far away you are from the body and show you the optimum distance. We recommend that you keep this on also. I will give you a demonstration of what that looks like now. You see the triangle that turns up here will show you the optimum distance. If I get too close, it will shut off. If I get too far away, it will shut off. I tend to keep this on, but if you're an expert and being properly trained, you can turn somebody's safety features off. Other features of the device are if you go into your menu, your device settings, which will allow you to bespoke the unit to you. So you can have the time and date, you can change the LCD brightness or the contrast, you can have this beep on or off, you can change the temperatures to show in Celsius or Fahrenheit. This maintenance is really for us. If you've got any problems with your device, we can sometimes do a factory reset. So this screen here will tell us what we need to know to troubleshoot your device. So remember that. And we've also got an LED test, so we can test what's going on with your device if you've got any problems. We've got some reset features here as well to reset your device, and like turning your computer on and off again can usually solve a lot of problems. You've got the about, which is below the maintenance. If you enter that, that will tell you your serial number and what version software you've got. And then we've got the product, which is the Pro in this case. If you go back to the menu, you've got your power off below that to shut off the device. In your user settings, you've also got your CO2 cylinder. So if you've got 4 different cylinders in different rooms, you can set it up like the mileage on your car, and you can set it to 0, and you can see how many seconds of that bottle cylinder that you've used, how many 30-second blasts you've done. You also have your pipe prime in there as well, but as we've said before, you can hit the back button from ready to treat to ready to prime. Hi and welcome to a Trucryo troubleshooting video. So if your device doesn't switch on, please check that 1, it's been charged, that 2, it's been charged with the right charger that it came with, and you're not using a other charger, for example your phone, and plugging it into the mini USB, because the mini USB is just for transferring data, not actually charging the device. You can also make sure that it's not plugged in when you're trying to turn it on, because the device won't switch on if it's plugged to the wall socket. So please make sure you've done these things before you call us with your issue. Hi and welcome to a Trucryo troubleshooting video. If your proximity sensor is not working and they are situated at the front of the device and they show up on the screen here, there could be a number of reasons for this. So before you call us with the issue, please check that you've made sure that it is switched on, and that is in your menu, your user settings, and it's down there, and it shows your proximity is on. Make sure it is on and not off. Also, make sure that you've picked the right nozzle. For example, if you've picked the dome, the proximity sensor won't be working. Hi and welcome to a Trucryo troubleshooting video. If you've got the gas and it doesn't seem to be coming out cold enough, you can check a few things before you contact us with the issue. The first thing to check would be the cylinder to make sure that it's got a dip tube inside it, or it's sometimes known as a siphon tube. If it's not in there, it will start coming out just as cold air. The way to test to see if this siphon tube is inside the cylinder is to turn the cylinder upside down and then try and use the device. If it starts coming out really cold, you will know that the cylinder doesn't have a dip tube. You can also check the filter to make sure that it's not dirty or blocked inside the hose. You can also make sure your technique is good enough that you're not spraying too far away or moving around the area too quickly and not getting down to temperature quick enough. Hi and welcome to a Trucryo troubleshooting video. Sometimes when you're doing a couple of treatments, you might find the end of your nozzle starts frosting up. This could be down to a few things. Mainly it's down to the humidity in the air. It's not necessarily how hot or cold the room is, but how much moisture is there. So continually keep wiping down your nozzle between treatments. Make sure it's dry and also dry inside the nozzle. And you can also check the O-rings. The O-rings sometimes need replacing. You should have a couple in your box that you can change. You could use a pair of tweezers to get the O-ring out and put a new O-ring in. You can use a pair of tweezers to take the O-rings out and put the new O-ring in. Also make sure that you haven't got two O-rings stuffed down the end, because it's all about the seal between the device and the nozzle. And the only thing that comes between those two things is the rubber O-rings. Hi and welcome to a Trucryo troubleshooting video. Sometimes this problem arises where you're spraying and the device seems to cut out and then restart again, making a beeping sound. What this is when you've got the auto shut off switched on, it's a safety procedure. So you've got the temperature down to -3 on your patient. The device is cut out as a safety precaution, and then it waits 3 seconds and then starts again with the treatments in the hope that you've moved the device or you're in a warmer area or gave enough time for the patient to warm up again. So if this is happening to you, this is what's happening. It's going and hitting -3 degrees, it's cutting off, and then it's waiting till that part of the body is warmed up, and then it will click in again and continue on with the countdown.